Hey guys, I'm here again on a very busy street called Smith Down Road. I have an appointment with a very wonderful young lady from, I think she's from Ghana actually. Her name is Taya, I think it's Taya. And she makes amazing clothing and different things, all from African fabric. You can't see my scarf because I'm really, but I'm wearing this beautiful African scarf. You guys have seen me wearing it recently, and that's one of the things she made. Her store should be over here on this side. I have never been there, so yeah, guys, I'm with you on this adventure, and I hope I can find it because I'm going to interview her. Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting to hear her story, and I hope it will be inspiring to other guys, other people, and get them to go do their own thing. Yeah. So let's go and see if we can find them. Yeah. A lot of these things are new. Let's go to salon. You come in here. It's around here. I hope I can find it. It is. Yeah, I think this is it here. This is it here. Yeah. Wow. Very elegant. Indeed. Extremely elegant place. Wow. There she is. Wow. So, hello.
Welcome.
Well, I must say I'm impressed.
Oh.
Overly. It's very elegant.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are you?
How are you?
Can I kiss you?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, Brazilian style.
Oh, how are you?
I'm very good, you know. What a beautiful place.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, guys, check it out. Is your name pronounced Taya or Taya?
Taya.
That's what I said, Taya.
Taya. So Tayamika.
Taya. Wow, it's amazing.
Oh, thank
This
you.
should be in London, in the most on Oxford Street.
Yes.
I can't believe. Listen, I'm gonna make sure that everybody sees your store. What an amazing! Wow, you design all these clothes, all these things.
Not all of them. Some of them. So this is Ella. Say hi, Ella.
Hi, Ella. Oh,
So
hello, Ella.
in here you'll find my designs as well as other local designers,
Okay.
as well as other independent designers. So I've got quite a few different like black owned brands within this section with the prints.
No, it's amazing, man. I'm really like,
So-
I'm shocked, to be honest,
So
but
I'm
in a
gonna
good
powder my
way.
face, right? I'm
Huh?
gonna powder my face.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit shiny.
It is.
I've had a very busy day. Like
Me
with
too. I
admin.
just got home and I was home for like 20 minutes and I just walked over. So
Okay.
please relax.
So give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, take your time. Wow. Guys, check this out. That's too much. I must say, I wasn't expecting this elegance. Look at all these beautiful dresses, man. Ladies, if you're in Liverpool, you know where to come. This is the place. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm like blown away. Really. Awesome seating for you guys to sit and relax and yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. What a nice surprise. Amazing. amazing. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop for a little bit and then I'll get back because I'm gonna interview her and get her story. Okay, so I'll be back.
Can I see what you
So
can
guys, yeah, she wants to have a look, so go and have a look. You can
I'm just
look from the other
curious to
side.
see what you can see.
You'll be amazed.
Oh, lovely.
It's a very wide angle lens.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Okay, I'll sit down again.
So guys, we're here with the gorgeous Tayamika.
Okay.
And I met her, was it a month ago?
House, yeah.
About a month ago we met.
Black History Month.
And yeah, Black History Month. And I was so overwhelmed with her designs. I had to buy this. Kind of matches my hats.
I know.
So I never take it off. And it's so warm and cozy, of course. But I came to her store. You know, I kind of expected more, not to be honest, elegant things, but not as elegant as I saw. I was like really shocked, but in a beautiful way, you know. She should really be in London, in the West End, Oxford Street, Bond Street, or I mean, her clothes from
Regent Street.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to par with anything I've seen, and I've seen a few very elegant places in my time, you know. So I want to get some background. You're Ghanaian?
Well, Tayamika is actually a Malawian name.
Oh, Malawian.
So I'm Malawian and Zimbabwean.
Okay, Malawian and
Yeah,
Zimbabwean.
I was born to a Zimbabwean mother and
Okay.
a Malawian father.
Okay,
So yeah,
interesting.
I've
And
got a mixed heritage.
yeah, but mix is good. I'm so mixed. I don't even know where to begin. But it's not about me anyway today. It's about you. And you were born where?
I was born in Harare in Zimbabwe.
Oh, I've heard of this city. Actually,
Yes.
I've seen a documentary on it by, I think if I'm not mistaken, Woody Meyer, who's like one of my idols.
Oh, the name. Oh yes,
yeah,
he's really good.
He's the biggest
I know, right?
vlogger from Africa.
Yes.
I love this guy.
And I love the
Shout
fact
out
that,
to you, Mr. Woody
oh
Meyer.
yes, he shows the best of Africa.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
He's in Brazil at the moment, actually, and he was in my city of Salvador, which is the biggest black city outside of Africa.
Oh right,
The
okay.
biggest black population, I should
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
after Nigeria. Yeah.
Oh lovely.
Salvador-
No, yeah, he's
Salvador
amazing. I
Bahia.
follow him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm always drawn in by his content.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So, what age did you come to Britain?
So I was 17 years old.
Okay.
I know you shouldn't ask a lady her age.
I'm not going to ask you your age.
But I'm 42 now.
Is it?
So yeah.
What can I say? You look like about... No, in all seriousness,
Thank you.
you look like mid to late 20s.
Thank you.
So,
I'll take that any day.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's all I'll say to you.
I'm staying happy and positive
That's-
and looking after
That's
myself
the key.
spiritually, mentally,
And
physically.
Hey, I mean, say no more. I'm on the same. You know, I'm not gonna. How old do you think I am?
Wow.
And I know. I'm starting. To me, I'm starting to look my age because I told you I was very sick a year ago. You know.
Oh yeah, you said. I can't guess age.
Yeah, make a rough guess.
Like 60?
Thank you very much. I'm 73 next month.
Wow, that's amazing. I thought I was going to say 65 and then I
Yeah.
thought, oh, what if you're 62? Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
What's the secret?
Same thing you just told me.
Yeah?
Yeah, keeping happy
Yeah.
physically, mentally, spiritually.
I think
You
learning to let things go,
know, absolutely. Yeah.
just let it go.
Yeah, because if you hold on to things,
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, I follow Hinduism, which is Indian philosophy,
Mm-hmm.
and they really taught me how to not hold on to things, and even Buddha speaks on it also. You know, like
Yeah.
because it just causes problems in your head. You
I
need to-
feel like it was a self-discovery for me,
yeah,
realizing that I need to let things go.
you have to let it go.
And then also realizing that I've kind of made a way of life out of it.
It is. It's like, you know, one of the things Buddha, which I understood it, but sometimes you need certain things that you kind of have an understanding. to the society to click in and make total sense. And
Yeah.
I was reading some philosophy by Buddha, and he says that, you know, because people talk a lot about expectations, but I expect you to do this and that only causes disappointments.
Yes.
So you shouldn't have expectations.
Exactly.
You know, and then you won't have disappointments. You know what I mean? But it's hard for the average person to accept that.
Yeah.
Because they've been, you know, programmed throughout their life by family and society and whatever. So, I mean, you know, like as I was walking here, to be honest, a few minutes ago, I'm not sure why it came into my head, but it just came into my head that, because people, I guess because people always talk to me about this overcoat.
Yeah.
They always, wow, this coat. And when I went to the hospital today, this lady went in the elevator, she goes, my God, they won't miss you. I said, that's exactly the point. They can't say they didn't see me coming.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I love that. I love color myself.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I love color. I live for color. So,
yes.
and then
as you can see around 7th Street.
Yeah. So I was thinking, you know, I was thinking back on my way to see you, and I was thinking, that's strange, because I've always liked being an individual. Not because I want to attract any attention.
But just you.
I just like to be different from everybody else. If I have this choice, you know. And yeah, it's a nice, because we are individuals.
Yes.
And too many of us think that, I mean, we're all the same in some aspects, but in the
we are one.
But separate at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we need to really understand that. But back to you now. What was I saying? So you came here at 17.
Yes.
And obviously you went to school.
Yeah.
Continued your schooling. Was that difficult for you to get into the whole system here?
Do you know what? I think when you're young and around that age, you're still discovering yourself. So you kind of, And my mom lives, well, she kind of moved to South Africa and then she's back in Zimbabwe now. But at the time, my mom was here. Okay. So I kind of helped my mom to, even though like she really encouraged me to be independent. Yeah. I was technically like living on my own. Okay. So, but my mom was there to kind of support me and guide me. Because she was always coming to the UK from when I was a lot younger. Okay. Yeah. So she was a lot familiar with everything.
You came at 17, and then your mom was with you. And when she was going back and forth, you were on your own.
I was. You mean here?
Yeah.
Well, I've got other
family members.
Other family members.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So like my mom's sister lives here.
Okay, your aunt.
My cousins. So,
okay. So you had family.
Yeah. Even though we're kind of all dotted around.
Right.
Yeah.
When did you get interested in like fashion to the point where you decided that, you know, I want to make clothes, or I want to be involved with clothes?
Do you know what? When it's funny because I've kind of had to answer that question by literally looking back at my journey, and it's kind of answered. The journey has kind of gave me the answers. But when I look back, I remember the very first moment I had that aha moment was when my sister, she lives in Birmingham, she reminded me of the times when we were young, as young children. We used to all go to my grandmother's house. Okay. And where she lived was a textile district, or like, you know, they had all these factories that made clothes. So you could go and buy remnants of fabrics, or some of them were waste that they could just give to you. So I used to drag everybody, all of us, all the kids, to go and collect some remnants of fabric, and I'll get everybody making stuff. And one of my cousins, his dad, he was from like a musical family, so he would be playing drums and would literally have a band. And then I would get everybody.
You did like a fashion show.
So I was like, I didn't even know what I was doing, but literally we were doing a fashion show with a live performance.
Oh man, that's awesome.
From a very young age. So she reminded me of that, and I was like, oh yeah. So
so it's in your blood.
I remember my memories of actually connecting with the sewing machine was, I remember being around 5 years old. Okay. sitting next to my grandmother. She had one of the Singer sewing machines.
I
You know,
remember
the
those. Yeah, I remember those.
They're vintage now,
Yeah.
and you know you.
That would be nice to own one, just to have it, you know.
Exactly. They sell for quite a lot now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, to get a hold of one, like you pay a lot, and most of the time they don't even work.
Exactly.
But yeah, she had one of those, and I'd be begging her to sew. And I remember she never ever let me sew, but she'd let me sit there and watch her because she was always scared I would stitch my finger or something. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just sit there and watch her while she's sewing, and somehow I managed to convince my mom to buy me a sewing machine. So they used to have these little sewing machines in Argos. Called Tommy Sorrel. Like I said, my mom used to come here from a very
back and forth.
when I was very young, and she got me one of those little sewing machines from Argos. And looking back, I probably I know I spend most of my time trying to thread that sewing machine rather than actually sewing. Yeah. But that was what I'll do is I would sew on it and then break the thread somehow, which you do when you don't really know what you're doing. Yeah. And I'd end up just hand sewing whatever I was doing. So that's 5 years old. I had my first sewing machine.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, because when you look at many creative people, including myself, it's not. I mean, sometimes people at an old age decide. I don't think they discover this energy. I don't like to use the word talent.
Energy is the right thing.
Yeah, I don't like this word talent really, in a sense.
Why?
Because it sounds like only some people can have it.
Oh yes.
And I don't accept that. You know.
Yeah.
Because people always say, "Oh,
you have to connect with it."
Yeah. Oh, you know, he or she was born with this thing. And maybe so, but anybody can be born with it. It's not only certain people, but of course
everybody's born with something.
With something. That's my philosophy.
Yeah.
Everybody has a talent, but they need to discover it
and develop it.
You know,
yes,
it doesn't
just discovery.
It doesn't just land in your lap and perfect, and then you just step out and you have to go through difficulties
discovery.
That's
and it.
Sufferation, but
that's
if
what
you
I feel like I discovered mine, because what I've just said to you about me sitting next to my grandma having this, like that was just me being me.
Yeah, because that energy was pulling you. Otherwise, you'd be off playing with dolls or whatever else people do.
Yeah, but I was making stuff for the dolls.
Yeah, but you were fascinated by what she was doing, and you wanted to, you know.
Yes.
Because I had that energy with music. I used to sneak out of the house and go to listen to and watch bands play. Because I was just like, when the music, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know, it just pulled me away. You know. So I totally understand that. So here, as a teenager, in your late teens, what was your next move towards achieving what you've achieved now? What did you do next? You know, at like 17, 18, what would you do?
Do you know what? Because I only moved to Liverpool in 2010.
Okay.
Before then, I was in London.
Okay.
And literally, so I had all these moments of me being creative growing up, but being a daughter of 2 African parents, I was also known for being for arts in school, so I was an artist.
Okay.
So I remember being in primary school, and my teacher, there's only one teacher of all the teachers I ever had that actually did see that I had something special when it came to art.
Okay.
So I was known for arts in school, but being a daughter of 2 African parents, what I was good at, what I excelled at was not really, which is the artistic part of me, was not really considered as a career or something that you'd actually pursue.
Yeah.
It was more like, oh, that's just a hobby. So that was always suppressed.
But what was that exactly? What was that? I mean, that was designing clothes, or was that something else that you felt that was, or people felt it was just a hobby? I'm trying to get like an understanding exactly what it was that you were doing.
here I am as a child. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And I can draw and, you know, use my hands to create art.
Yeah.
Designing wasn't really part of that wasn't even in my mind. I wasn't exposed to people that were designers. There was no role models around me in that sense. The only part of designing that I was exposed to was my love for the sewing machine. And again, that was never gonna be a job for me because my parents spent a lot of money on my education, taking me to paying for boarding school and all that. So they expected me to do well. And their idea of doing well is get a job as a lawyer, as an accountant, as a doctor, something tangible in their eyes anyway. So that's exactly what I did. So I ended up pursuing a career in accounting. So I worked in accounting in London. But before I got, it was kind of like a journey, so of me trying to discover, my my journey. So I went for accounting, which I was good at. I'm good with numbers. I mean, like when I look at the whole journey, everything makes sense because for you to be a designer, you need technical skills, and as an accountant, you use the same technical skills.
There's always a reason for everything.
So I excelled in what I did, and along that journey of being an accountant, I even worked in the city. Along that journey, I also became a beauty consultant and makeup artist, which is something that I did. That was like, so to me, that was my hobby. I discovered that, and I was doing my 9 to 5 in the office, and then outside of my office hours, I was doing my makeup artist, and I felt like that for me was an outlet. It was a chance for me to be me, because for me, I believe that my purpose is to help women look and feel good.
Better about themselves.
But also my purpose is to help people become the best version of themselves. So within that purpose, whilst trying to find myself, I was living my purpose in other ways. So and then life just happened as it does, and I found myself in Liverpool.
What made you come to Liverpool?
Oh, a lot of things happened.
And you came and you just liked it and stayed?
No, it wasn't like I planned to stay. My plan was always to go back to London and go to like London Fashion Week, London Fashion College. That was my plan, and I wanted to intern for either Alexandra McQueen, Vivienne Westwood, or Burberry. That were the 3 designers that I was going to intern for. And I say to myself, even if it takes me 4 years of working and not getting paid, I was going to do it because I wanted to learn from them, because I admired what they've done and the work.
I had the pleasure of not very well, but knowing Vivienne Westwood.
Wow! I really wanted to meet her.
She was an amazing.
I've got a book there. So sometimes I just open it and I just get inspired.
We did some work with her for fashion shows back in the day, because I'm talking like, many years back, before she was Vivienne Westwood, as she is at the end.
See, that's why I'm inspired by her, because when I look at her story, when I listen to some of the documentaries she did, where she's saying when she started, it was just her and a sewing machinist, and I think, wow, if she could do it and build this empire, surely I can do it.
Every great artist in whatever field, you look at Van Gogh. I mean, any one of these people, like I'm saying, that's why if you're not willing to put in the work, you're never going to get the results.
Exactly.
It's not possible.
It takes a lot of determination.
Just arrive and wham, and it doesn't happen. And if it happens, the person and the things fade away as fast as they came. They'll be gone as fast. It doesn't last.
And when you're creating a legacy, it's like a process.
And you don't even know it's a legacy.
You don't. Exactly.
You don't even think about legacy.
How do you even know what your legacy is?
You don't.
You don't.
You're just doing what you love.
Yeah.
And what you have a passion for. So, at what age you started to, you decided, look, you know what, this is what I want to do, and you started making clothes? What age were you?
So here I am in Liverpool. I'm in a completely different environment from what came from Zimbabwe, moved to London. So the only life I ever really knew was London. So and then I'm in Liverpool now, and I actually kind of enjoyed the whole laid backness about Liverpool, and it actually gave me, there was less distractions, so it gave me a chance to really stop and think, like, what do I really want to do? And I decided that, you know what, now I'm just gonna study fashion and just see, you know. So I enrolled at the Liverpool Community College, the Arts Centre, where they do all the fashion courses. I enrolled on a fashion, art and design diploma, and I said, okay, fine, once I finish this, I'll go back to London and carry on my studies in London. And then I met my now husband, and I just never went back to London. So I was like, okay, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna be going back to London, so let me try and enroll here. Let me go to uni, finish off my my course, and I started doing my applications and everything. I enrolled, and I was about to get on my course, and then I discovered that I was pregnant with my daughter. And when I discovered I was pregnant, I thought, oh gosh, this London thing is just not going to happen now, is it? And this whole interning is just not going to happen now, is it? With being a mom and everything else that comes with it. So I just stopped and I thought, you know what? How about if I just, instead of just whilst I'm raising my little one, let me just create something, put it out there, and let's see what happens. And I remember I bought some remnants of fabric from Abercan, and they cost me £13. So this is my story. My story is that I started my brand on £13. So money is never the reason not to start. So out of £13, so they had they've gone really expensive now. So back in 2010, you could go to Abercan. They had all the baskets and with all the different African prints. You could buy them for, which worked out to as little as like £4 a meter, but they could sell you a minimum of like a 20-meter stretch of fabric, right? So about the length of your scarf. That's the minimum you could buy. So I bought literally all the pieces, and I had a whole bag, and that was the £13 bag. And out of that, I created earrings, bangles, fascinators, you know, some of the stuff that you saw on my store when we met, all the little accessories.
So beautiful, man.
I managed to create that from all these remnants. So I created all this, and then I took pictures of it, and I just put it up on my Facebook. Like at this point, I'm not selling anything. I'm just like creating because I create, and I'm just me. I'm just being. It's an outlet at this point. So I'm putting it out there, and that's not all. I started making stuff for myself as well. So I started wearing more of my own clothes, which is something I never did in London. I didn't have time. I didn't have a sewing machine. So I started making more of my own clothes. I remember going to a wedding, and I made my dress and covered the shoes. I don't know if you saw, so can you see them, the red shoes there? Oh, you saw them on my store as well. With the covered in the print. So this particular time I went to the wedding from head to toe, fascinator, matching dress, matching shoes, clutch bag, bangles, the whole works. I was literally just in my own outfit. And I remember like people were just blown away by my designs. And I remember someone saying to me, I've got a friend, she's getting married in Nigeria, and she'd really love something like what you're wearing and all this. And she'd say, how much is it for what you're wearing? Because I wasn't selling it stuff. And then I was like, can't remember what I said to her. And she just looked at me like, Is that all? So, and then this happened, something like that happened like a couple of times or so.
Yeah.
And then I realized that, oh, so I could actually sell these things.
That's the way it started.
Yeah, so that was basically it. Fast forward a few months or so later, I created more of those accessories.
Yeah.
I put them up on Etsy, and I remember literally I've put up my items. It was like midnight, and I was like, gave myself a goal. I took all the photos and everything, and I put it all up on Etsy because I'd given myself a target that, okay, whatever happens today, you're putting all this online. You know, it doesn't matter, whatever happens. And I put it all up on Etsy, and I remember instantly getting people to like. People, you could see the notifications,
likes,
people are liking these items, and I'm like, oh wow. And I remember selling a pair of earrings and being really excited that, oh, wow, somebody actually likes what I'm making. But do you know what? Listen to this. When I honestly believe I am the inventor of the African print fascinator. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. I invented this thing. So I've put all the fascinators that I created on Etsy. Nobody was buying them, but people that were discovering them were liking them and saving them and all this. So then I realized that at this point, nobody was searching for them because they didn't know they existed. So fast forward, we are now probably 15 years later. They're everywhere now, and even the search, because I used to get the search reports like off my Etsy, and nobody was looking for it. So then I'd be looking to say, okay, for them to find it, what were they looking for? And usually they would have been looking for maybe a yellow fascinator, a green fascinator, and then one of mine comes up. But mine were very much all about the prints. So yeah, people would find them by accident. But yeah, and that's how it started. So I am the inventor of the African print fascinator.
Amazing. Yeah. And so you just went on from there and just started to do clothes.
So this was on the Etsy, right? So I decided, I think I might have mixed up what happened, because I tried to register back at college the first time, because I had between me studying fashion and actually ending up here or creating my first brand, I had 2 children, right? So the first time I tried to enroll back in college and then discovered I was pregnant. The second time I decided that, okay, I'll just go to uni. And I discovered that I was having another baby, right? So then that was the point when I was like, okay, right, I can't go back to London, I can't enroll in college, I can't go to uni, like what am I gonna do? I've got 2 young children, I've got a 1 child and 1 on the way, like I'm not letting this dream go. So that's when I was like, do you know what, since I've already been making stuff, how about I create my brand? So me uploading on Etsy came after, right? So then I was like, you know what, how about if I just create my own brand? So created this Tayamika brand, and then that made more of the accessories, which were the first ones I uploaded onto the Etsy store. So once I'd done that, and then I'm seeing people, for me it was more like a market research really, because like I say to you, I was creating something that wasn't there. So like, what people are not looking for it because they don't know it exists. So it was more of a market research for me. So then I thought, okay, now that I kind of have an idea of what people are liking, and you know what products of mine they're saving, because it give me all this information, like my stats would tell me who saved this and what did they search for them to get there. So I had all that information, and then I thought, okay, I decided I'm going to go to Africa Fashion Week, London, and debut a collection. And this is before I found out I'm having another baby. So then once I realized that I'm expecting another baby, I thought, okay, I've I've got to get to London, carry all these clothes there. That's just going to be too much for me, and carry myself as well. Right, so I thought, okay, let me just have a look around what's local, because I'm in Liverpool. I'm sure there's fashion stuff going on around. And then I discovered this Liverpool Fashion Week, which was around the same time that I planned to go to Africa Fashion Week London. So I thought, you know what? Because like nothing at this point, not even a baby would stop me from like I just thought, you know what, if, because my journey was going this way, once I connected with my dream, things were just kind of coming in the way. But when this happened, I think, okay, let me try it this way. But I wasn't letting it go at this point. I just made up my mind that I've got to pursue this. So I thought, okay, I can't get to London because like the logistics just, it's not going to work, right, with the pregnancy. So I thought, found Liverpool Fashion Week, got myself a slot for on the Liverpool Fashion Week first night. I debuted my collection there, so I spent the next few months literally putting the collection together. And yeah, I went to show my collection at Liverpool Fashion Week, and it was very well received. I had no expectations.
Right. So
I was just trying to show the world who I am and express myself through my art.
And you know, how difficult is it? Like, for example, you decide you wanna put on a fashion show. You have the clothes. Say that's sort of not as difficult because you've been doing it and you've done that. But how do you go about? Now you need to get more people to model the clothes.
So this is why I thought going to Liverpool Fashion Week was probably a good way for me to just get all this done in one space, because if I tried to do that on my own, firstly nobody knew who I was.
Right.
Whereas the Liverpool Fashion Week already had an audience, and they provided the models, they did the media, they did everything. So it was more like a package that I felt like at that time was what I needed, just to get myself out there. So yeah, we managed to do the fittings with the models like weeks before the fashion show, so they tried the clothes on and everything. So I kind of had an idea what everything looked like on the models, and they wore the clothes really well, I must say. And so that was back in 2016. So there Tayamika was born, which is my first brand. I've got 4 altogether, including 7 streets now, and 3 of them most active. That there's a little denim recycled dress behind there, because one of my brands, another Tayamika brand, is a recycled fashion brand. So that denim dress I made out of old jeans and old remnants of fabrics that would have gone to waste. So so Tayamika was born. That was back in 2016. So I started, once I've got my name out there, I got lots of publication from it. Like my collection really was well received, more than I expected. It was published everywhere, from Africa to the UK, the local papers. I was on there. We still had the Bay TV. I was on that local TV station. I was in magazines, and so it was a really good debut, a successful one. So then I started getting busy. So I had a studio at home, literally like my dining room was my studio. So I'm making stuff, I'm getting invited to fashion shows one after the other, and it's literally on a roll. And then I was just like, okay, I need to have my own studio. I knew I needed to have my own studio, but in the time I'm kind of looking around for my studio and asking people around. Like, what I needed was just that space I had at home, but somewhere else, just so that my family could have their dining room back. So I'm looking around because I was getting the word out that I'm looking for studio, but at the same time, I'm also, so I've got this collection, right? So as a new designer, you've gone to the fashion week, you've showcased your collection. Traditionally, this is where the buyers would be, and the buyers would come and would order like, oh, we like this design, can we have this in a size 18, 12, Well, that didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go into the buyers myself. So I'm going to this boutique, I'm going to that boutique, and I'm like thinking, oh, they'll be so excited as I am. That look, I'm a new designer. I've just shown this collection. Can you stock my designs? And the reaction was just like, I was shocked. All they want is the Gucci, the Armani, the Vivienne Westwood. They're not interested in me. That was a wake-up call. I'm like, what? I've just shown this at the fashion week. Like, can't you see that I'm like the next best thing?
Next best thing. I'm the new brand.
So reality kicked in. So this fashion week kind of put me on a roll, right? So I'm getting invited here, there and there. And I remember right after I'd done Liverpool Fashion Week, I literally got invited to about 3 fashion shows straight after, which were charity fashion shows. Like up until lockdown, I used to do like 8 charity fashion shows a year. Literally, it was like that. So one of these 3 that came straight after Liverpool Fashion Week, one of them was one in Bristol, which is a charity event. Which like literally it was in this auditorium over 2 nights, the same show, but same show on a Friday with a different audience, and the same show Saturday with more different people. And there was like, it was an auditorium that sits at least like 1,000 people, and it was full. So they invited me, and at the time, with the excitement of just being on Fashion Week, oh yes, I didn't mention, by the time Liverpool Fashion Week came, I was 8 months pregnant, literally. So I had a fashion show which was at the uni when literally before I gave birth. So I did 2 local ones, and this one, they invited me soon after Liverpool Fashion Week, so I said yes. Not realizing that by the time, because it was in Liverpool Fashion Week was October, this show that they invited me to was like March or not February. So not realizing that I would have like, I knew I would have a newborn baby, but I didn't think that I would need to be making stuff with a new baby. Like I was just like excited, because I couldn't show the same things that I'd shown because I could have, but because it was themed, so it was an Alice in Wonderland theme. So I said, okay, I know what I'll do. I'll create. I still have the cape actually that was part of that collection. I said, okay, I'll create another collection which will be more in line with their theme, and then that will be my next collection. And that's what I did. I remember my baby being 5 days old, and I would sleep when she sleeps, be awake when she's awake, but literally I would be waking up at like 3-4 a.m. doing a bit of sewing, and I got the collection done. It wasn't easy, but I did it. So the reason why I'm telling you about this is it kind of leads to how we ended up in 7th Street, right? So I've gone to this Bristol show, and wow, I realized I'm the only local designer there. The only designer that's not from Bristol. The rest of the designers they were all from Bristol. So I got talking to them backstage, like you do, like I do. I just speak to everyone. So as I'm speaking to them, I realized, oh yeah, they're all local. So they said, oh, we're all in the same area. So I got, because obviously we stayed in a hotel there. I was there for 2 nights. So I had the whole day. The show was in the evening at 7 p.m. So I literally had the whole day. So I thought, okay, I'll do some sightseeing. I may as well go to the Fabric District, to where they all are. And I was blown away. I went to within that whole section where they have their shops and their studios and stuff. I came across 3 different shops, and one of them was in town. And this concept, it was more like a concept store, where they had a little section with this designer here, old local designers with this designer, and I thought, wow, I wish we had this in Liverpool, you know? So I came back, and this really kind of had a lasting effect on me, because I was like, oh, it'd be good if I I could get stock there, but wouldn't it be even better if
Get
this was
local.
in Liverpool?
Yeah.
And then I can actually keep an eye on what's going on with my stock and all this
Yeah.
and all that. So I'm still on the hunt for my studio. And then one of my family members, she knew that I was like on the hunt for a studio. She was like, "Oh, have you heard about the shops for £1 that the council are doing?" So I was like, "No."
Shop for £1?
Yeah. So I was like, I went online and I looked at it, and literally it was 2 weeks before the deadline. So I saw this shop. So the Liverpool City Council were gonna give away these shops for £1, and you just like the houses at the back, where you do them up yourself, and then you get it for £1. So that's what they had on offer. Obviously, along the way it changed, and it didn't end up being that. But at this moment in time, I'm like, what? Okay. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can get one of these shops for £1. But then after, with the whole Bristol thing on my mind, and not just that, my experiences of going into different boutiques, them not interested in local designers, made me think that, wow, I wonder how many other designers are going through this. So all that, literally, once I discovered this shop for £1, it was just like, do you know what? I'm gonna bring what they have in Bristol here. Liverpool. And I didn't sleep for 2 weeks. I put together this business plan, all my research. I had like a 36-page business plan. There was no AI then. I did it all manually, looking for the information, the research, the data. Whew, lo and behold, literally just before the clock struck midnight, I had technical issues when I'm trying to upload it. It wouldn't upload it. Literally just before midnight, because it was one of those pages that disappears, you know. Once the deadline comes, it's gone. So I'm there like trying to upload this thing, stressing, and just I've gone through all the hard bit, and all I'm having now is technical issues. Literally just before the struck of midnight, it went through and I submitted it. Wow. Didn't think that it would end up being a 5-year process. So that was 2016. 5 years later, 2021, 7 Streets finally opened.
Amazing. And when did you actually open here?
That's it.
So
well, I officially opened. So 2021 is when I got my keys to the door, and I literally had like 4 items on each rail, because I had got it had gone on for so long that I'd got all these designers on board, and every minute, every time they're like, Taya, what's going on? And you know, with the fashion, with clothing, you're working on seasons. So there's summer, there's autumn, there's winter, so they're calling, wanting to know. So I think in their mind they were just like, oh, I think she's just a dreamer, you know. So I stopped giving updates, I stopped making promises. So when I opened, it was just my designs, and then I thought, okay, once I've actually opened the doors, now I can say to them, okay,
you're in business.
I'm in business now. You can bring your stock, and so that's what happened. At the end of 21, a week before Christmas, I opened the doors unofficially. So when people saw that there was a new shop, I could let them in. But we finally did the official opening February of 2022.
Yeah, because I remember seeing these places being done up. Because I was saying for a long time, why don't they knock down those damn houses and rebuild? Because they were like abandoned.
I know,
and
nothing
horrible.
going on.
Because I was, I shop at Asda. And I was thinking, well, they need to knock those places down. What's going on?
Do something, because it didn't look right, did it?
It looks terrible. But then I saw that they were starting to do them up, and they did it above the stores, I think, Premier. Like, people were moving in. And I'm thinking,
well, they only just moved in now, but they've been working for a long time. They started from up there,
So, because I've been watching it, and then I saw that, some stores are starting to open up. Because the first one that I saw, they took a bunch of these buildings, stores, Liverpool tile or some.
Oh, the tile.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They were
That's
the
it.
first
That's
big
right.
ones.
They were the first one
And I'm
because
thinking,
they were in a different building and they were the first ones to move.
I saw them. I'm thinking, oh, okay. But I still thought all the rest, they're just gonna knock them down and rebuild again. But then I saw they were doing them up and then
yeah, because there was issues with the roof.
Yeah.
So they started with the roof and
then I saw like shops were opening up and I said, oh, okay, nice, you know. But I didn't expect this. So really, it's amazing. Congratulations.
So thank you. So that's how we got here.
That's how you got to this.
So my DNA will always be about supporting local talent because, and what makes me happy is to give the designers that opportunity to have a foot in the door, and then hopefully they'll have other stockists that will believe in them once at least they know that they stocked in 7th Street. Hopefully they'll have more and more other boutiques that will actually stock them.
And how is business in general?
Oh, it's been quite a journey and it's been different at every stage. I didn't anticipate having to deal with a lot of admin and paperwork associated with running the business. All I want to do is create stuff.
Welcome to the world.
But I realized that I'm actually running a business, and the business has got lots of admin, it's got lots of stuff that is not creating. So yeah, it's been quite a journey. But one thing I always wanted to do from the start was to help young people. So there's that issue of new designers, local designers. There's that problem of local designers not having anywhere to showcase their designs and an opportunity to get clients because they haven't got the space. But there's also another situation where young people genuinely want a career in fashion, but they don't want to have to leave home and move to London or far away from their family. So I wanted to give young people that opportunity as well to be able to have a career in fashion. So I think we are ticking our boxes slowly but surely.
Sticking. I mean, you've been here from 21, so obviously it's working to a certain level.
Yes.
It's not a street, I would imagine, especially because of the type of clothing you have. That it's not a street you're gonna get a lot of people just walking in. Like walking traffic. I mean, I'm just from my knowledge of the place. I think that this is like a specialized kind of store.
A lot of people that have followed my journey from the start, they don't usually just walk in. They will like book an appointment with me. But then a lot of people are discovering me.
Absolutely.
Just from
and I think,
driving past.
I think also this kind of a store, it's going to be referrals. People are going to refer people, and they're going to come. You're going to build up a clientele which is going to be your clientele as opposed to just someone just walking in random off the street. I mean, you'll get that too, but I think it's going to be more people telling people about the place, and they come in.
And this is why I also like to do the events outside.
Yes,
because
that will bring.
Because people that use this road would have drove past it, and some have noticed it. But when I'm out there at the event, and then I tell them more about it, and it's just like putting a face to it.
Absolutely.
And then they feel that they can come in.
Yeah.
So the job is never done. It's ongoing, letting more people know I'm here.
Absolutely. Constantly.
But also there's like some of my customers that I've got before they go to town or anywhere else. Now they come here.
No, I would definitely come in here. I mean, it's like I said, I was not expecting that when I woke up to the window. I was like shocked, but in a good way.
Yes.
It's really amazing. Yeah. No, I'm very. I'm thinking about all the time. I'm going to go and interview.
Oh no! Thank you. Thank you for coming.
So I said, got back on Thursday. I'm thinking, I need to. But I kept your card.
Yeah.
So I found the card, and there's also the other lady who I spoke to before. I need to contact her and meet with her.
Which one is that one?
The lady that made the graphic designs of on
earrings.
No.
Which one?
Of like people like of the black leaders like Ali, like Muhammad Ali.
Was it on the bags?
No, she was doing the pictures in the
Oh,
frame.
is it Michelle?
I can't remember her name.
Akoma Ass?
Yeah, I think so. She was doing the graphic arts.
Did you see what she looked like? Or was she like right across from me?
Across from you, because
yeah,
I was
that's
buying.
Michelle. Did she say she's off Lodge Lane somewhere?
I can't remember, but I have her. She gave me cards. I have all the information. She took mine too.
She's what's that yard called?
Something like that. Yeah. I've got it at home. I
On you know where the little tins are, but opposite that little road. There's a yard with all creatives there. Yes, that's where she is. I think that would be Michelle because she's the one that was over.
So I need to connect with her as well.
Yeah, no, you should
interview her because she's involved with a lot of people, doing a lot of like filming, music, and all other things.
And she does other stuff as well. Yeah.
No, it's an amazing story. I'm gonna have to do. I think there's more to tell, but sometimes you gotta think a little. So I'm gonna have to do a part 2, guys. I have to come back and sit with Taya and do another part. Yeah. And see how things have progressed. Because I like to do follow-ups.
Thank you. That would be good.
So are you doing much with Africa, like in terms of? I mean, I am blown away by the level of the quality of videos that the Afrobeat artists are making in Africa. I am just, that's my favorite music, by the way, right now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. I am totally blown away. I think it's just so, fresh and exciting.
Yes,
and
that's
I love to watch them. They just blow my mind. Are you working with any of these people, like creating things for them? Because they have amazing fashions in the music video.
Yeah, no, I could do with connecting with more.
Definitely, because I've been watching some, and they're not even new videos. Because I've been watching one artist I discovered from some Ghanaian friends recently called Mobad.
That name rings a bell.
Boy,
yeah. Oh, the one that died.
I'm so sad about that. And when you see his video, but all of them,
his story was tragic.
Yeah, but all of them, the videos.
I know.
Because one of the things that I miss, I was born in Jamaica. I came here when I was 11 years old,
I love Jamaica.
But I remember.
I've been to Jamaica.
Have you?
Yeah.
I remember, buying pink shirt and like sky blue shirt and just like, crazy colors, bright yellow, like lemony yellow shirt. Sometimes I want to cry. You can't get a colorful shirt in this country.
No, unless you come to 7th Street.
Yeah, it's like, it makes me so sad, because I love colors, man.
Yeah.
But it's
colors
either like blue or white or black or gray. Damn, man. That's why I walk around like this here, because, I need to see colors, because everything is so gray all the time. I need some
color brings life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like life to my soul.
It is. It is. Well, listen, it was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. I could literally sit here and just talk with you for hours.
Me too, man.
Honestly.
It's been amazing. I hope you guys can hear us properly, and I hope you full joy the energy and the space. I'm still in awe. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I can't believe all these vibrant colors and these styles, and
But so they haven't seen them. Are you going to show them the?
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to take some out,
Yeah, I can do some little footage.
Yeah,
for you.
so we can see the whole actual thing. But yeah, definitely.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That was a pleasure. So you have anything specifically you would like to show me, so I can show these guys?
Well, you've spoken about color, so let's go to the colorful stuff.
All right.
So, it's like two worlds in here. We've got all the occasional wear.
Okay. Yeah.
Got all the occasional wear. That dress is made by me. That's another designer. That's made by me.
Wow.
Me and another designer.
Amazing.
This is another designer.
Wow.
This is a local designer called House of Charles. She does fascinators and all these bands. Let's see, I can see another dress made by me right there. This one. this blue one.
Wow.
This one in here is also made by myself.
Okay.
This is another designer.
That's beautiful.
Right, and then I'm going to show you some color. I do love color. So there's some pink.
Yeah, I know.
Color?
They're so pink, man. They even look on here. They're even more pink.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Matches my chair. And then all the beautiful, vibrant prints
That's
that
amazing.
are part of the continent, eh?
Of the motherland.
Yes, of the motherland.
Wow.
So all these prints.
And you made all these, or
no,
different
this
designers?
is a different design, but this is one
That
of mine.
I love that. Wow, that's amazing.
I spoke to you about the one of my brands that.
Oh yeah,
recycle.
recycled.
So this is all made
Look at
of
that, guys.
old denim jeans.
Old denim jeans.
All this is from dresses that I've made. So what would have normally gone to waste
You just use
is
it.
what I use.
That's amazing.
And you can see some shoes that have been made by me.
Wow.
There we go. And there's some fascinators here. We met at the Palm House.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh yeah, we never even spoke about that.
No.
Like about the work that I did at the Palm House.
Look at that.
If you look at the statues at the Palm House next time, you see them wearing collars like this that have been made by me, which were featured on the Sky Arts documentary called Statues Redressed, and I was one of the artists there.
I'm gonna have to stop for a moment. Okay.
So yeah.
So guys, we're gonna stop for a little bit. I'm gonna be back in a second. Okay, guys, we're back. I had to switch batteries, but we're good. So show you a little bit more from the 7th Street. Yeah. So yeah, you were showing me these.
Yeah, I was showing you some of the fascinators that we spoke about. So there's a couple here.
Okay. Wow. How do you fix that? Yeah, with
Oh, it's got like a clip.
Oh, okay. So it just clips on.
Yeah, you can just clip it on.
Wow, amazing. See that, guys? You just clip that on wherever you like. And they're called fascinators, yeah?
Yeah, they're called fascinators. This one is like shaped, inspired by the top hats.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Just that easy. It's like amazing. And it won't fall off.
It won't fall off. This one is still being finished off, but it's this is for the fashion shows. It's going to be like this.
Wow.
More like that.
That's amazing.
Once I've attached the
thing to it.
Yeah. So this is like a statement.
Impressive.
And then some you can wear for like weddings and your special occasion. Something like this would be perfect for.
Like
so you'd go for a plain color in any of these
colors, yeah.
And then your accessories would have the print.
And that's a pure African thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you're someone like me, I would have the print from head to toe, because some of us know how to wear the print and feel comfortable. So yeah, this would be perfect for a wedding, and with your plain outfit, you can have like the accessories there. Sometimes I also make the collars, so it comes with all different accessories.
Yeah.
So like imagine having like a plain dress in brown, and then you have your collar just to set it off, that kind of thing.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I'm in the process of creating a new fascinator collection. As soon as that's finished, I'll be doing a photo shoot for it and get it out there. I can't wait to share it with the world.
Amazing, amazing.
Because it's called Rebirth.
When is going to be your next fashion show, you think?
My next fashion shows are probably now in the new year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't make men's clothing, do you?
Wow, do you know what? I do. Actually, I don't. I can,
Yeah.
but I choose not to because I just specialize in women's.
Yeah,
but I do actually normally have menswear within the boutique.
Okay.
It's hiding behind that
I see a
orange
few
thing.
things.
But normally I have a lot more. It's just that I've got no space.
Yeah, I understand.
So usually the menswear, when I know I've got a man coming to shop, it comes out. and then it goes off.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, you have a limited space, so
yeah. So we've managed to outgrow our space this soon, which is a good problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, I know as somebody that was not heavily involved with fashion, but I started a company with my Ghanaian brother, and we were doing import export, and we were doing clothing to Africa.
Okay.
So I was buying, we were buying stuff and shipping them. Mm-hmm. And so we were buying mostly women, children, and men's were like the last on the line, the lower line, because they spend the least on these things. Women and children are the ones that spend the money.
Yeah.
So I know that from that time, you know.
Oh, yes.
So it makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, if I had more space, I would definitely have children's clothes.
Yeah.
Because the amount of time I get asked for children's clothes,
yeah.
it's just my space.
And, you know, from when I was very young, like I remember going to Carnaby Street when Carnaby Street was the only place to go to look for fashion.
Yes.
And I seen this children's outfit, and I was always thinking, wow, when I grow older and have kids, I'm going to dress my kids like that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to see children in like adult type clothes,
yes.
you know, cool stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anyway, listen, it was a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much
to come and speak
today.
with you and see your amazing store, and I'll definitely come back and give these guys an update. So yeah, thank you so very much for sharing your experience with us.
Thank you.
Guys, that's Miss Tayamika.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Instagram about Tayamika or 7th Street, same on Facebook, or you can just Google 7th Street Boutique and it will come up, or 7th Street Liverpool, Smithdown Road, any of it will come up.
There you go, guys. 7th Street, Smithdown Road, 7th Street on Instagram, Facebook, and you'll find her and check out her stuff. It's amazing. So guys, I'm done here. Please give it a like, make some comments, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share. We'll speak soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.